everyone, welcome back to our channel and to a brand new video for Writing Wednesdays. Today we've got a brand new question, so let's get started. Some people think that technology has made our lives more complex and the solution is to live a simpler life without technology. To what extent do you agree or disagree? So basically they're asking you, do you think that technology has made life more complex, more difficult, stressful, and that we should just go back to living a simple life without any technology? So what do you think? Do you agree with that or do you disagree? Now that's up to you. I would probably say no. I think technology is great and it's super useful. And again, the decision, what do I choose? Do I choose to agree or disagree? That's entirely yours, but I would always suggest choose something that you find easy to write about. Yeah, because you're going to have to come up with the content, right? So put your actual real opinion aside and write something that you know, for example, okay, I have a lot to say in favor of technology, so I'm going to go with that, right? These, essays that you write, they're not really about your real opinion. So no one's going to check, no one's going to quiz you. Oh, is this what you really believe? None of that, right? Okay, so we're going to get started. Let me see. First thing I always do, I get my main idea, and then I've got supporting ideas 1, 2, 3. I've got another main idea and 1, 2, 3. Okay, so first off, I disagree with the notion that technology makes life complex. I think we owe our comfort. Yeah, I mean, we are so spoiled for choice. Just think, 100 years ago, there were no computers, there were no cell phones. People had to, you had landlines and you would have to, they were so expensive too. And, you could only have like one at home for the entire family. And the whole thing was like a privilege. Now we are so spoiled, right? I remember as a child, even, that was 20 years ago, 20, 25 years ago. I thought that, wow, because at that time, cell phones were pretty expensive, right? Nowadays, every person has a cell phone, even someone who earns like a low income, right? So even in just this short span of time, so many things have changed. So that's my opinion. Now you might have a different point of view, and that's perfectly all right. You remember, you just have to write based on whatever you think is, most appropriate, most valid. It's your, content, right? What kind of things can you come up with? So I'm gonna disagree. I think technology is great. Um, Technology is responsible. Technological advancements have made life not just smooth. I think they have made life have removed a lot of obstacles, have like, for example, having to wash clothes by hand. Nobody does that anymore. Well, unless, there's specific types of clothes you do have to wash by hand. But yeah, generally, though, you have washing machines. Imagine having to do a huge load of laundry. That's crazy. Right? So there's a lot less labor that you have to do, right? Have made life enjoyable. Let's just put it that way. I'm gonna put enjoyable here, and I'm gonna put the next one. Thanks to technology, we people can avoid. Still, I don't know why it auto-corrected, but that was also perfectly all right. For example, just daily life chores like for example, you've got dishwashers even, right? Or just people can avoid, people can save a lot of time. Yeah, save not just their time, but also their energy. And that for me is a huge one. I think, yeah, for example, they labor saving devices, washing machines, etc. You can save a lot of time. For example, think about call, you can use, phones, computers, meet people, call, keep in touch. Yeah, avoid the ignore the typos. I'm just not really looking at my keyboard. Keep in touch. You don't necessarily have to meet people, right? Save time. It saves you time, saves you energy. People can even work from home. Actually, I'm gonna make point number 2, work from anywhere, right? 20 years ago, working from home, not possible. Now it's common. So many people do it. Nobody thinks it's a weird thing. It's like, oh, okay, that's normal now. Right. So, what else? Work from anywhere. That again, saving time, energy. What else? How else has technology made it possible to save time? Um, for example, like any kind of like there's so many examples, but we need an example is just it's kind of like salt, right? You can't have your entire you can't just have examples. You need to actually have some kind of ingredient, right? Salt is not an ingredient. Right, so I'm gonna get some water, just a sec. Okay, I'm back now. Right, so saving time and energy, working from anywhere, saving labor saving devices. What else? What else? What else saves you energy? I've already talked about labor saving devices, talked about working from anywhere. Maybe I'll do this one first. Enjoyable, right? For example, there's entertainment, there's TV, tablets, etc., etc. My God, you can make all kinds of movies and stuff. There's you can do gaming on gaming devices. What else? How else has technology made life enjoyable? There's entertainment. There's also when I think of technology, think of well any kind of development, right? It also has made many jobs. Yeah, many jobs. Um, no longer need a lot of manual labor, right? And which is of course also very time consuming. Of course, some people think, well, the computers are taking our jobs, which was partially true, but they make it easier. Why waste human time and energy, right? Entertainment is number one, of course. How else does technology make your life enjoyable? There is oil for choice. Save time which can be used for other things. For example, you don't have to spend an hour every day washing clothes by hand because you got a washing machine, just dump your clothes in and that's it. You don't have to do anything else. And you can use that time for other things. So make your life more enjoyable, less stressful. Save time, which can be used for other things. And they support, human creativity. The explanation for this might be a bit too much for the general audience, so I will just write something else instead. Talked about saving time, energy. I've got all the ideas, but here I need to think of ideas. So they've made life enjoyable. Enjoy fun, but also less stress. Not just fun. Entertainment is fun, but I also need to think of how technology has made life less stressful, right? For example, I mean, it even saves lives, but then that's a different thing. It doesn't fit in enjoyable, it doesn't really fit in saving time and energy. It's true technology saves lives, of course. More enjoyable and less stressful. I would say that more enjoyable and less stressful. There we go. Right? What else? I keep thinking of just entertainment, but it's not just adding fun, which technology does. It's also reducing stress, reducing labor. But I've already talked about reducing time and energy. So I can't use that thing again. So what do I do then? I'm gonna have to think about this one. Could probably just use now this is where things get interesting because now you really need to rack your brain and think about I don't want to repeat myself, right? Now you probably could just write something a little bit, let's say, like I was saying, examples are like salt. So you can't have an example as an idea, right? An example is something you add to an idea. So it's really important to think about the quality of your content. That's how you get a really high score. Now, I could just write an example for number 3 and that would just be fine for, getting a 7, 7.5. But my goal here is to demonstrate higher level writing skills. So more fun. You can, what else does tech do? Really well, we can like buy stuff online, for example. Many daily tasks. But I've already, yeah, exactly. Talked about labor saving, working from anywhere. Many jobs no longer require manual labor. I think working from anywhere is, well, huh. Oh, yeah, less stressful. Okay, many tasks. Uh, yeah, less risky because of technology. For example, mining has become a little bit less risky. There are certain jobs where you can just have a robot do something, for example. Like cleaning up waste, nuclear waste, medical waste, etc. So the human doesn't have to do it, right? So that makes your life less stressful. So that's a big deal. Great. So I've got my content. Now the next thing I need to do is write my introduction. So, what's the theme here? Technology. So I'm gonna write something about technology. Make sure not to copy. That's something a lot of people do, which you want to avoid that. I mean, if you want a good score, you can't just be copying. And I know I say that all the time, but that's because it's so important, right? So, with the advent of, you know, with every development, in fact, no matter how small, human lives across the world have changed, right? Why is this bold? Okay. Every development in technology, no matter how small, human lives across the world have changed. Um, Regardless of, I'm not just talking about privileged people, but all kinds of human lives. Like when, for example, electricity was discovered, right? Eventually, of course, in the beginning, only rich people could afford it, but then it trickled down pretty soon. So, with every development in technology, no matter how small, human lives across the world have immensely changed. And these developments continue to enhance and improve the quality of life worldwide. Oops, why does it say quality of life? Great. It is, and then you express your opinion. So it is it's undeniable fact. Um, Human lives. I've already said human lives. Okay, that people greatly benefit from the role of technology, or from the role technology plays in their lives. There we go. And I've got my main idea. I'm going to take that, copy that, put that over here. Whoops, need some space. Okay, great. And then have made life more enjoyable and less stressful. Um, the biggest influence can be felt in the realm of entertainment, where people now are spoiled for choice when it comes to consuming media, whether on their phones or on their television sets, or even through virtual reality headsets, right? That's a thing nowadays. Um, Not only has technology played a role in improving it, or in entertaining people, but it also makes people's work lives easier. Or maybe, let's say we've said, say, what's my second idea? Saves time, which can be useful, but also makes people's lives smoother, as many let's say many items, or many developments, or many inventions, such as the washing machine or the dishwasher, have made it possible to save time that would otherwise be spent doing menial chores every day. Right. Similarly, the work environment is also safer and less stressful, because that would otherwise be spent. So you need a proofread. That's so important. Normally I would do that once I write the whole thing. Great. So what else? I have to. Oh, similarly, why is the I so big? Similarly, the work environment is also safer and less stressful, because many tasks have now been relegated to computers or robots, saving human, which at times have even saved human lives from unnecessary risks. There we go. And then my last sentence, what I'll do is I'll just really quickly check the word count, because I've changed. Yeah, you need to know like how much you're writing. You don't want to spend too much time, of course. So that looks good. This is 47. Just how much you need it to be is 125. I still have to write my last sentence. So thus, if it were not for developments in technology, not for such developments, people would still be dealing with drudgery. It's just, really boring, endless work. So if it were not for such developments, people would still be living a life of drudgery. There we go. And then my next main idea, so we'll take that. And then people can save not just their time, or maybe we can write such improvements allow or enable people to save not just their time, but also their energy, or such inventions or whatever. Labor-saving devices. The most common effect that almost all of us have felt in labor-saving device. What I'll do is I'll just bring this down here so I can have a look. A most common effect. No, I'll use another transition. I'll have to check. Labor-saving device. Do I want to put labor-saving devices first? Most common impact such developments or impact of technology is felt by nearly all of us, or most people, where labor-saving devices. I've already used washing machines. I've already used that, haven't I? That's weird. Smoother, save time. Oh no. Okay, entertaining people. makes it smoother. Inventions, okay. Save time. I've talked about saving time. Then why am I talking about saving labor? Okay, let's use another labor-saving device. Maybe instead of saving time, instead of writing about washing machines, maybe I'll write something else. For example, save time, um, save time and get their work done quicker. Doing things the old-fashioned way. Okay, so here, many inventions such as the computer, right, or the cell phone, made it possible. You can do so much. Cell phones nowadays are crazy powerful. So yeah, great. There we go. Now we can talk about washing machines. Okay, labor-saving devices, washing machines. Oops. Dishwashers, right? What have I said? Labor-saving. Okay, great. The most common impact of technology is felt by most people at home, where labor-saving devices such as washing machines or dishwashers allow people to spend little to no time doing chores and instead and allow. I've already used allow. Okay, so let me read the whole sentence because it's so important. When you're building the sentence, you're still building it. Once it's done, you should check it. Most common impact of technology is felt by most people at home, where labor-saving devices such as washing machines or dishwashers allow people to spend. See that? Spend little to no time doing chores and enable them to use this time for other more important activities. Right? There we go. Then work from anywhere. In addition to saving time at home, new developments have now made it possible for some people to work entirely from the comfort of their home, making offices kind of like redundant. Only I've said some people because a lot of people there's many jobs you can't work from home if you're a plumber, right? But some jobs, right, you can work, especially if you're like working with internet, computers, etc., or just data. And the last one, similarly, another effect in a similar realm has also been felt in, okay, another effect in a similar, okay, let me use something more simple so it's easier to understand. Another effect of development of technology is that, okay, another, I could use, well, I suppose I could just use something like in addition, likewise, whatever, which is not wrong, but I would just like to demonstrate, better quality writing. Okay, let me, oh, okay. Let me see the first one. I've got all the content right here. Okay. Such improvements enable people to save not just their time, but also their energy. The most common impact of technology is felt by most people at home. Okay, great. Save time at home, new developments in office for some people to work entirely from the comfort of their home, making offices redundant. We'll use likewise. Many tasks within jobs that were once undertaken by humans. So many tasks within jobs that were once undertaken by humans can now be done by machines or computers, making work more efficient. Making work, yeah, not just more efficient, but also in some cases much safer for people. There we go. And then finally, technology saving time and energy. Okay. Saving time. Okay, jobs are much more efficient, so you save time and energy. Perfect. Okay. So hence, these developments pave the way for smarter, I would say smarter lives, or rather, let's say, homes and offices. I don't know about that. Smarter living. Yeah, why not? Why on earth is that T there? Okay, great. And then, in conclusion, it is obvious, or it is evident, that some keys. Okay, humanity has I have no idea why this random T just popped up in here. Okay. In conclusion, it's evident that humanity has a lot to thank technology. I think my keyboard is malfunctioning. Okay, anyway, has a lot to thank technology for, as it enables a more comfortable life than ever before. Maybe I typed too quick. More comfortable life than ever before. Okay, so my keyboard is definitely malfunctioning. Whoops. Well, right. What else? If people were to, okay, there's, people were to avoid using any type of technology. Well, this is a brand new idea, so I would like to avoid that. If people wish to, let's say, if advancements, right? If advancements in, there is definitely an issue with my keyboard. Okay, if advancements in technology were in any way hindered, it would lead to massive decreases in people's, I'm gonna have to like type slower. Yeah, now you don't see issues in people's quality of life. Right, there we go. And let's check the whole thing. So here it is. Let me check the word count real quick. That's 364, not bad. Much smaller compared to what I usually write, which of course it's neither here nor there. It's really up to you how much content you want to include, but timing, again, timing is the only thing that's fixed, right? So here's the introduction and paragraph number 1, body paragraph number 1. You can pause the screen to have a better look. And then we've got body paragraph number 2. It's here and it's also here. What I'll do is I'll just drag it down, or maybe there we go. And we also have the conclusion right there. You can pause your screen and you can have a clearer look. Right, so that was that essay. Don't forget to leave a comment down below if you've got any feedback or any questions, if you have any. And there's lots of videos that we have, so just check out the playlist on the side, or just click on the channel name and you'll find tons of videos for speaking and for writing. If you've got anything that you need help with, just leave a comment down below, and don't forget to like the video if it's helped you. And you can subscribe to us as well if you haven't already. We're also on Facebook and Instagram. We have, in fact, a Facebook group. You can join the group. The link is in there somewhere. We go live there, and we answer people's questions, so you'll find it pretty useful if you're preparing. All right, then I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.